We can translate between algebraic expressions and words, phrases, and sentences. In this table, we have some key words that go along with operations. For addition, we have the keywords sum, plus, added to, more than, increased by, and total. For subtraction, we have difference, minus, subtracted from, less than, decreased by, and less. For multiplication, we have product, times, multiply, twice, which is the special case 2 times, of, twice, double, and triple. So twice and double both mean 2 times, triple means 3 times. And then we have division, where our keywords are quotient, divided, shared equally among, per, divided by, and divided into. There's a couple keywords here that I want to point out. The first is this group sum, difference, product, and quotient. These are what I call answer words. And we're going to see that more often than not, these answer words come along with a set of parentheses. The answer words will also come with the word and. That word and is where we'll actually put the operation. We also have turnaround words listed down here. They are than and from, and they tell us to switch the order around. So if we had something like 10 less than 15, less is a keyword that tells me to subtract, but than tells me to change the order. So it's telling me that I should really do 15 minus 10 for less than. Let's look at some other examples. Our directions are to write the phrases as algebraic expressions and simplify if possible. We're going to let x represent the unknown number. So first we have twice a number plus 6. I know twice means 2 times. A number is the number we don't know. They told us to let x represent that number. Plus is a keyword for addition, 6. So they're telling us to do 2x plus 6. We translated from the phrase to an algebraic expression, and I cannot simplify because the 2x and the 6 are not like terms. If we look at the next example, it says the difference of a number and 4 divided by 7. So difference is an answer word for subtraction. So I'm going to look for that and. That is where I'm going to put my subtraction sign. The difference of a number is our key for x because it's our unknown number, and 4. Divided by is our keyword for division here, 7. Now one other thing I want to point out is this comma. That's telling us that everything before it, that number minus 4, that whole thing needs to be divided by 7. So for division, there's actually 2 different ways we could write this. I could write it with a fraction bar and say x minus 4, that whole thing, divided by 7. Or I could use parentheses to organize it and say that I need x minus 4, that whole difference, divided by 7. Please note, we do not want to write our answer as x minus 4 divided by 7, because then only the 4 is being divided by the 7. We do not want that. That entire difference, that whole subtraction, needs to be divided by 7. If we look at the next example, it says the nurse is 5 more than 2 times as old as the patient. So if we look at this, the nurse is 5 more than. So I know more is a keyword for addition. Than is one of my turnaround words. It's telling me to switch the order. 2 times is telling me to do 2 multiplied with as old as the patient. So in this case, we don't know the patient's age. So I'm going to use that as our X to help us figure out the nurse's age. So 5 more than is telling me that I should add 5 at the end because that then is telling me to change the order. 2 times the X. So I'll have 2X plus 5. I cannot combine the 2X and 5, so that's my final answer. If I look at the last example, it says the sum of twice a number, 3 times a number, and 5 times the number. So I know sum is an answer word for addition, so I'm going to look for that and put the plus sign there. Then I have twice, which I know is 2 times a number, which is the X. Then I have 3 times, which is multiplication, a number, X, and 5 times multiplication, the number, which is X. So I have 2X, 3X, plus 5X. Now there's nothing in between my 2X and 3X. So think about the English language. When we have a list of things, we only put that and at the end and we put commas in between. So that's what's going on here. When they say the sum of twice a number, 3 times a number, and 5 times the number, they're telling us to add all of these things. So I need to add between the 2X and the 3X as well. So I wrote the expression, but this one I can actually simplify. When I combine the like terms, 2X plus 3X gives me 5X, and then I can add that with the leftover 5X to get my final answer of 10X when I simplify the expression.